heated muscles. And again, tractus corticus spinalis lateralis. First neuron in cortex. It is gyrus precentralis and lobulus paracentralis. Giant pyramidal cells of the beds. From here, tractus corticus spinalis passing posterior part of the internal capsule, pedunculi cerebri, ventral part of the pons, ventral part of medulla oblongata, and heaties make decussatio
pyramidum.
Then lateral funiculus and finished second neuron, number 2, second neuron in anterior horn of the gray matter. From here go to muscles. Next tract, tractus corticus spinalis anterior tract. Beginning the same like in lateral, the same, pass in the same places till medulla oblongata. Here it is anterior tract, continue without decussation, go into spinal cord, look here, and go into spinal cord, pass in anterior funiculus, and go to opposite side, make decussation where? Pass through commissura alba, here it is, commissura alba, and finished second neuron, where anterior horn the same like first tract. And from here go to muscles. What is the differences between these two tracts? Lateral tract make decussatio pyramidum, anterior tract pass through commissura alba. Lateral tract pass in lateral funiculus, anterior tract pass in anterior funiculus. That is all differences. Here it is. And other structures the same. And both these tracts, anterior and lateral, both these tracts, conduct what? Voluntary motor impulses. Consequence motor impulses. Voluntary motor impulses. From cortex till nuclei of anterior horn of the gray matter. Next tract. Have you got questions here? No? Clear. Next tract, tractus cortica nuclearis. Cortica nuclearis. Tell me please, why it has so name, cortica nuclearis? It starts from cortex and go to nucleus. Which nuclei? Nuclei of cranial nerves. Cranial nerves. It go to motor nuclei of cranial nerves. For example, first cranial nerve. Do you know what is the name of first cranial nerve?
Yes.
What?
Opticus.
No.
Olfactory.
And second?
Opticus.
Tell me please, these nerves, olfactory nerve and optic nerve, has motor nuclei or not? No.
No.
They are sensory nuclei. They has only sensory fibers. Olfactory grow from olfactory region to brain, and optic nerve from receptors in eye to to brain. They are sensory nerves. That is why first and second nerve have not got motor nuclei. And H nerve, nervus vestibulocochlearis, or auditory nerve, it also conduct sensory impulses from internal ear, from cochlea, and from vestibular apparatus to brain, the same sensory. All another nerves, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th has motor nuclei, because all another nerves supply different muscles. And this nuclei, motor nuclei, receive impulses from cortex to this nuclei. Clear it is?
Yes.
Tell me please, third and fourth cranial nerve, oculomotorius and trachealis, in which department of brain has nuclei? In midbrain, good. Fifth, sixth, and seventh. Where? Abducens, then trigeminus, facial, and abducens. In pons, and another 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th in medulla oblongata. And now, what we draw? That is cortex, internal capsule, and that is midbrain, that is pons, and it is medulla oblongata. Clear?
Yes.
Midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. In midbrain, on the level of superior colliculus, nuclei of third nerve, and on the level of inferior colliculus, nuclei of fourth nerve. Then in pons, fifth, sixth, and seventh. In pons also nuclei of H nerve, but they are not interesting now, because they are sensory. Fifth, sixth, and seventh. And in medulla oblongata, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Of course, I'm going to drink it.
Ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And now, tractus corticonuclearis. First neuron in cortex. It is the same like in first and second tract. Gyrus, precentralis, and lobulus paracentralis. Then it passes through geno of internal capsule. Geno of internal capsule. Knee of internal capsule. And look what happened. all of these nuclei, they are second neuron. It is clear, first neuron in cortex, and here it is second. All of these nuclei, it is second neuron. It is 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. And look, this tract, it supply nucleus on this side and go to opposite side. The same here and here. Next here and here. Here and here. But seventh cranial nerve receive impulses only from opposite side. Then another nuclei, one again on the same and opposite side, here and here, here and here, and 12th nerve
On the opposite.
only from opposite side. Each nucleus, do you understand that here it is another tract?
Yes.
It also go to this nucleus and this nucleus. Then here it is here and here. Each nucleus receive impulses from both hemispheres. For example, third nerve receive impulses from right and from left hemisphere. The same fourth nucleus from right and from left side. And only seventh nerve, seventh cranial nerve, and 12th nerve, seventh nerve on the right side receive impulses only from left hemisphere, and left nerve receive impulses only from right hemisphere. Clear?
Yes.
Only two nerves, seventh and 12th. Receive fibers or receive impulses from opposite sides. All another nerves receive from both sides. Here and here. Here and here. Here and here. Here and here, and that is tractus corticonuclearis. Tractus corticonuclearis. And these three tracts, corticonuclearis, cortica spinalis anterior, and cortica spinalis lateralis, all of them has name pyramidal tracts, or pyramidal system if you want, because all of them conduct voluntary motor impulses from cortex to motor nuclei of the spinal cord or to motor nuclei of cranial nerves. And last two diagrams. That is extrapyramidal system, and I start from midbrain. It is midbrain, and we need space above of midbrain. Midbrain and main nucleus in midbrain, it is nucleus rubor. Nucleus rubor. It is first neuron. First neuron, it is nucleus rubor. From here, start tractus
Rubus
spinalis, and this tract make Decussatio ventralis tegmensi. Decussatio ventralis tegmensi. And I will draw spinal cord. Second neuron, it is what? Motor nuclei of anterior horn of the cranium. Second neuron. And then go to muscles. Tractus rubrospinalis, it is main tract of extrapyramidal system. Main tract of extrapyramidal system. And here it is, we draw how extrapyramidal system, connection of extrapyramidal system with cortex and with striopallidar system. You remember that here it is cortex, then internal capsule, here it is thalamus, here it is thalamus, here it is internal capsule. It is internal capsule, and here it is nucleus caudatus, here it is nucleus lentiformis, and nucleus lentiformis consists of putamen and globus pallidus. And now from cortex, to putamen, arrow, here it is, arrow, and write tractus corticostrialis. Corticostrialis, do you remember striatum and pallidum? Now that is tractus corticostrialis, and then tractus pallida rubralis. Tractus, it is cortex, its pass impulses to striatum. It is tractus corticostrialis. Striatum joined with pallidum. It is connection between striatum and pallidum. And from pallidum, impulses go to nucleus rubor. It is tractus pallido rubralis. That is cortica strialis, it is pallida rubralis. And from nucleus rubor, start tractus rubrospinalis. Clear? No? What is the problem? What is the problem? Well, I want for example, I cannot to walk on bicycle. I cannot, and I want to start. No, how is to walk on bicycle? I want. I sit down, and what necessary to do? Necessary to think how to take balance, how to move bicycle. I think. In this case, walk cortex, and pyramidal tracts start to walk. From cortex, tractus corticospinalis, go to spinal cord, and go to muscles, and we try to do it, but it is difficult in first time, difficult. I don't know how to do it. And in this time, cortex, the same, pass impulses to pallidum, to striatum, striatum pass impulses to pallidum, and pallidum pass impulses to nucleus rubor. And after some small time, it is more easy for me to take balance, to move move pedals, and then I can to do it. I can to walk on bicycle. I can do it and think about human anatomy, for example. I don't think about balance and about movements. I do this movement automatically. And in the beginning, work pyramidal tracts. When I can do this movement, not necessary cortex in this case, not necessary cortex. That is enough striopallidoor system and tractus rubrospinalis to perform this movement. That is extrapyramidal, without cortex, extrapyramidal system.
Okay.
And main tract, tractus rubrospinalis. And striopallidoor system, it's joined with tractus rubrospinalis with the help of tractus pallida rubralis. Next. It is cerebellum, cortex of cerebellum, first neuron in cortex of cerebellum. Second neuron in nucleus dentatus, it is second neuron, it is first in cortex. Second neuron, it is nucleus dentatus. Second neuron, it is nucleus dentatus. Second neuron. From second neuron, start tract, and this tract pass through superior peduncles of cerebellum. Name of this tract, tractus cerebella tegmentalis. Tractus cerebella tegmentalis. It passes through superior peduncles of cerebellum. Tractus cerebella tegmentalis. In this case, nucleus rubor, what is the number of neuron?
3.
That neuron. From nucleus rubor, start tractus rubrospinalis and go to
Anterior motor.
anterior motor nucleus, yes, in anterior horn. And what is the number of this neuron?
4.
4. And now, all of this tract, tractus cerebella rubra spinalis. Tractus cerebella rubra spinalis.
So, a question. Please, in this other tract, does it mean that when the person is learning, maybe for the first time, it starts from maybe inferior lobulus of parietal?
Inferior lobulus of what?
In the cortex.
When we start to do movement, when we start to do movement, in all of these cases, work precentral, gyrus precentralis and lobulus paracentralis, in all cases. And from this lobulus, some impulses go to spinal cord through pyramidal tracts, cortica spinalis anterior and lateral, and other impulses go to striatum, tractus cortica strialis. Then striatum to pallidum and pallidum to nucleus rubor. And when we know how to do this movement, when we know how to do it, in this case, cortex not necessary to perform movement, not necessary to rock, only tractus rubrospinalis, go fast impulses to spinal cord, that is enough. Enough, only subcortical center. It is more easy for cortex, not necessary to thinking all time how to make next step. We don't think about how to make step. We're thinking about something beautiful or about what? Okay. Then they'll like it. Five.
Hey.
Well, I think that next time you will think about medical goal.
Oh.
When you will make next step, you will think about medical goal, how to bring it. Okay? So, 5 tracts: cortica spinalis anterior, lateral, cortica nuclearis, then extrapyramidal system, and tractus cerebellar rubrospinalis. Clear?
Clear.
That is all.
Thank you. So now just the bone anyhow. Amaka, please use my close this video, please.